The curse of the bloody ring. What are you willing to lose? Imagine if you found an ancient ring, with a ruby that seems to pulse like a living heart. But with every touch, it drains a part of your soul. And what if you're the one who put it on? Why hasn't anyone who owned it ever survived to tell the true story? Have you ever felt that spine-chilling sensation when you realize something is watching you? Well, this story begins with a mysterious object found in an abandoned basement. A ring that promises wealth, love, and power. But the price? Well, the price might be your sanity, or something worse. It was a cold October night when Sarah, a curious and impulsive young woman, decided to explore the old mansion of her recently deceased grandmother. The moss-covered walls seemed to whisper ancient secrets, while the wind sliced through the air like invisible blades. Little did she know, every step she took in that house sealed her fate. In the dark, damp basement, among dusty boxes and furniture covered with sheets, she found something that would change her life forever, a golden ring with a blood-red ruby. It seemed to vibrate in her hand, almost as if it were alive. In that moment, she felt something strange, a weight on her chest, as if something had just awakened. The atmosphere was suffocating. The mansion, built in the 19th century, was known for its dark history. They said a secret cult used to perform rituals there, summoning forces that should have never been disturbed. Sarah, a 27-year-old woman, was intelligent, but her curiosity often crossed the boundaries of reason. Other characters began to emerge. Mark, her skeptical boyfriend, who thought it was all nonsense, and Clara, a sensitive friend who swore she felt presences lurking around Sarah ever since she brought the ring home. Each of them had their own secrets, but none of them were prepared for what would come next. Days after putting the ring on, Sarah began having vivid nightmares. In each one, she saw a hooded man murmuring incomprehensible words while holding a blood-stained dagger. She would wake up in a cold sweat, with inexplicable purple marks on her right arm, exactly where the ring was. Clara insisted she take the ring off, but it was too late. During one particularly frightening night, Sarah heard children's laughter echoing through the empty house. When she went to investigate, she found an old doll on the floor of the living room, a doll no one had placed there. Its eyes were black as coal, and they seemed to follow her wherever she went. The events began to intensify. Lights flickered for no reason. Doors closed by themselves. And then came the first vision. Sarah saw the reflection of a tall, thin figure behind her in the mirror, but when she turned around, no one was there. Mark tried to convince her to throw the ring away, but it simply reappeared on her finger, even after it had been buried in the yard. Clara revealed something even more terrifying. This ring is not just a relic. It's a prison. Something terrible is trapped inside it. And now, it's chosen you. As Sarah struggled with the growing hallucinations, Mark discovered a hidden diary in the attic of the house. It contained detailed descriptions of a macabre ritual performed by the cult that once inhabited the mansion. The goal? To imprison an evil entity named Amarok, whose sole purpose was to consume human souls. But there was one crucial detail. The ring could only be removed through another ritual, and it required a sacrifice. The more Sarah resisted, the more violent the manifestations became. Until, one night, she woke up with the feeling of cold hands wrapping around her neck. It was at this moment that everything changed. Clara mysteriously disappeared, leaving only a scribbled message on a piece of paper, his coming. Mark, filled with fear, suggested they flee the city. But Sarah knew there was no escape. Amarok was already inside her. When she finally confronted her reflection in the mirror, she saw something that made her scream until her voice was gone, the face of the hooded man from her dreams, now replacing her own. The suspense reached its peak when Sarah realized the ring was no longer an external object, it had fused with her flesh. Her skin began to darken, and her memories started to disappear, replaced by flashes of a past that wasn't hers. She started hearing voices constantly, whispering her name in guttural tones. Mark tried to save her, but he paid the ultimate price. He was found dead in his own car, his eyes gouged out and a note written in blood saying, "I see you both." Sarah finally understood the truth. Amarok wasn't just an entity trapped in the ring. He was a parasite, feeding off the darkest emotions of his hosts until he gained complete control over them. She tried to perform the ritual mentioned in the diary, but realized too late that she needed 2 living people to complete it. In a heartbreaking scene, she saw Clara again, or rather, what was left of her. Her friend was unrecognizable, with black eyes and a twisted smile. "You should have listened to me," Clara said before disappearing in a cloud of black smoke. In the final moment, Sarah managed to record a message on her phone. "If anyone finds this, don't trust anything that seems harmless. He's here now. I'm not myself anymore. Then, the camera fell to the ground, showing only a pair of motionless shoes. Days later, the video went viral online. Many claimed to hear whispers during playback. Others said Sarah's face briefly appeared in the reflection of a window, but not as she was before. Did Sarah really succumb to the curse? Or is Amarok still roaming free, looking for his next victim? What happened to the ring? And what if it's closer to you than you think? Comment below. What would you do if you found a ring like this? Are there other cursed objects out there? Subscribe to the channel for more stories that will keep you awake at night.
Have you ever experienced something supernatural, terrifying, or unexplainable? Your story can come to life and be told here. I want to hear your darkest, most chilling, and mysterious tale. Leave everyone curious, shivering, and questioning what really happened. Share your scariest experiences and moments of pure terror. Join our dark community. This is the place for you. Subscribe to the channel now and share your horror story. Tag your bravest friends and send your story now. Fear is real, and I'm waiting for you.